PodBoi, Arnizzle, back in here for another podcast. Welcome back, fans. I know that you probably do not listen to all the episodes, but stick tight because all 5 of the boys are back. You already know me, Ryan Nixon, the one and only host, but I got co-hosts here.
Savannah.
Over the phone we have
Robbie.
And Atwood and Wes. Okay, y'all are trash. That was the most cringy thing of all time.
We didn't set up an order.
Well, now you know the order. Wes is always last. And Robbie can be after Savannah.
Okay.
And I'm always first. So.
First one's worst. Get that out of the way.
Okay. So, I know the past few weeks we've strayed away from that controversial pattern, but I think it's perfect timing to bring up old DJ Durkin getting fired. Right move? I think so. Any of y'all fools want to talk about that?
I think it's interesting that Maryland is showing interest in Butch Jones now.
I did not notice that.
I don't think that's the right move to hire him after all that.
Look, it can't get much worse, okay? But I do think it's interesting that, they kept him on staff for so long.
They reinstated him Tuesday.
Yeah,
he was going to coach Saturday.
Can you imagine being in his position? You're, just up there, game planning. And you're like, all right, boys, we're back. And then he's, not there the next day. That would be awkward.
Well, shouldn't have let that get back.
I mean, obviously, but...
He should have been fired 6 months ago.
It happened 3 months ago. Hey, I don't know.
I thought it happened during the spring.
I don't know.
So, I literally just figured out that I've had myself muted this entire time. So, I was kind of furious that nobody acknowledged me during the introduction. I'm like, what the hell? Everybody, okay. I just legit thought I was being ignored for the last 5 minutes. It's all good. I'm good though. Y'all go ahead. It's Wes here. What's up, everybody?
Wes, you happy DJ Durkin got fired? I'm sorry, I just like saying his name.
Well, I did have some comments about the Butch Jones thing that obviously nobody heard. Let's hear them now. Basically, I was gonna say. I was just gonna say, basically, Butch Jones, he does have some experience running mid-level, kind of somewhat shitty tier teams. So because he was at Central Michigan before Tennessee, right? Yeah, in Cincinnati. So, I mean, if there was a gig he was kind of attuned for, maybe Virginia's one. Virginia's been, really good this year, though.
Bro, it's Maryland.
Yeah, it's Maryland, though. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
You're a casual.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Maryland, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Maryland had their best game of the year first week, and then...
My thinking about that not being a first idea is, Butch played a guy with concussion this last year. And then there was, all the rumors about him, hitting just that's always been odd to me, because I'm Butch Jones is 5'2", and probably weighs, 180 pounds at his best. He's got a little man complex left.
Wow.
Why does he not think that one of these players will straight up square up on him? They could whoop his ass. Yeah.
His name's Lyle, okay? You obviously got some manpower.
Butch Jones.
Well, there's the first one.
Yeah, we probably won't. I don't think we'll have as many as we did last time, but or like last time I was on the pod.
Oh yeah, Wes, we've broke records since you've been on the pod with the fastest.
Oh really?
Fastest
You got
F-bomb.
like 25 on one. Okay, didn't I have the one for the quickest?
Yeah.
We've had one literally like in the opening before. How the hell did you do that, Atwood?
No, I had the quickest.
Yeah,
I
Ryan.
thought I said one in the opening.
We both did it. Anyways.
Ryan and Savannah opened up and said, "What's up,
Well, that was uncalled for. That one was uncalled for.
Also, while I was accidentally muted, I was gonna make a joke. Ryan said something to the effect of, "And yeah, I always come first." And I was gonna say,
Oh no.
I was just gonna say that, sounds about right. That's it. I'll be nice because I didn't get it off the first time. That's what she said. And so.
Nice.
Well, nice.
Proceed.
All right. Speaking of nice, we got University of Southern California Trojans at
Oh no.
Oregon State Beavers.
It's gonna be a good one. Too perfect. It's almost too perfect to make puns about, honestly.
So, I think at the end of the day, this could come down to like a muffed punt.
Whatever.
Some coverages are gonna be busted, but I think the Beavers might have a little bit more wood than they're used to biting off, and I think the Trojans win pretty big, pretty handily, you could say.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be handily.
USC has had a little bit of a rough start, but they're ready for another swing and another go. All right, what you got, Savannah?
You Ryan? Anyways, I think Ryan pretty much covered it there. The Trojans are gonna. I can't even think of anything right now.
So USC wins.
USC wins.
Okay.
I think that the Trojans are going to pound the Beaver.
Oh, okay.
You've got to pound the Beaver. Yup. That's their motto.
What if that was their hashtag this week, like pound that beaver?
We gotta infiltrate USC Twitter and get that started. I got USC big.
What about you, Atwood?
Seems like everybody's going USC, but I'm gonna think the Trojans are gonna come up small.
Oh.
Kind of like Ryan is when it comes to the Trojans.
No. Well, that escalated fast and took a turn. Okay, let's get off that. Wes, speaking of getting off, Wes.
Okay. So, it's a shame that there aren't 17 games in the season, so that it's literally impossible for any team to go 6-9. But
There would have to be 15 games.
it's 17. No, 15. I'm sorry, you're right.
It's a shame that Wes doesn't know math.
Okay, so I was just going to say that USC, they pulled out of the National Championship talk already, I think, with 2 losses. So, with that being said, I think Trojans. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all already stole all the good ones. I'm actually looking at their roster right now, looking for funny names. So,
That's exactly what I was doing.
yeah. Folks, I'm sorry. I'm coming up short talking
Garbage.
about the Trojans.
Okay, you got the Trojans.
I don't think they'll win the Pac-12.
Oh, that's canceled.
They gonna clap some cheeks though.
That's canceled.
Their D has just looked a little flaccid the last couple of weeks.
Okay, on to the next one. All right. In the actual good conference, we've got number 13, West Virginia, at number 17, Texas. Yeah, sorry to the folks of the PodBois. I threw y'all for a loop because I had wrote down the AP.
Yeah,
poll.
those numbers don't match up.
But number 13, West Virginia at number 17, Texas, and Texas is a 3-point favorite. I think that West Virginia gets hooked by Bevo and Texas wins in a close one. I think 3 points might be spot on. So if you no one might win. It might be just dead on the line. Okay. Texas for me.
So I may have put a little bit too much faith in them last week, but it's still Texas forever. So I think Texas is going to win here. Even though they're the underdog, they got the home field advantage.
Texas is a favorite.
Yeah, I know. I just said that they were, like, they're ranked lower is what I'm trying to say. That's what...
Seems
you
a
know
little bit
what?
suspect.
All y'all.
I mean, they are underdogs because in the sense that they're ranked lower, but they're favored to win.
That's
but
what
they
I
are
was
favored.
trying to say. God.
Look,
Okay,
Savannah,
I got you.
look, Savannah, sometimes the country roads just take you home, but they don't let your mind say the right thing. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
I may be still a little slumped.
All right. Okay, well, who are you picking? That's all I was...
I already said Texas forever.
Okay.
You know what the it is.
That's 2 Texases. All right.
Well, you guys know I've been on the Texas bandwagon all year. But I'm hopping off.
Oh, no. Cancel.
Boys, done. Texas is no longer forever. Texas when it's convenient.
What about you, Atwood?
I'm going to say, take me home. Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are fake.
All right, Wes is the tiebreaker here. Okay. All right.
It's a rubber pick. You know what I'm saying?
All right. West Virginia? More like West Virginia. Am I right?
No, you're not.
West Virginia? More like Win Virginia. Am I right?
No, you're wrong. No.
I'm going with West Virginia. And the guy who is the Vine Star's brother.
Oh, Will Greer.
Will Greer. Rip to Vine.
That's Wes's favorite player just because of Vine.
Yes, I don't miss Vine. Making fun of dead people. Do what? I said, since we're talking about Vine, shout out Logan Paul for making fun of dead people.
Oh, no.
Yep, this podcast is very much pro Paul brothers.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with Chief. He said, "This is it." Okay.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with games or really anything else that we talk about on the podcast. Whichever one of y'all is like changing the notes, I can see y'all doing it on my phone. It's really f***ing me up. Yeah.
I did a shared notes thing so you can see it.
What are you changing, Savannah?
I'm updating all the shit you told me that was wrong.
Oh, the rankings? Yo, you're a goat for that.
You can do it. That's lit. It's like a Google Doc. It's got me shut.
Basically.
So anyway, yeah, I picked West Virginia.
All right. On to
Bring it
the
up.
next one.
No, change it back, Savannah. Number 6 Georgia at 9. It's a nice matchup. Yes.
Okay. We're teasing a little bit too much. We got the number 15 Utes at the Devils. And Utah is a 7-point favorite. I want to think I read that with a win here, Utah can clinch the Pac-12 South.
Already?
I think so because they've got wins over USC. Let me look. Utah, Pac-12 South. I mean, it's not really going to change my pick either way, but I think that Utah will win this game. All right, maybe not exactly clinch it yet, but it's going to... Who all did USC lose to?
I'll check real quick for you. Lost to Texas, Stanford.
Is it the...
Utah. It says Arizona State.
Okay, yeah, so they'll clinch it. Because they'll have 2 more Pac-12 matchups. I'm taking Utah. They're a good team, and Arizona State's just not there this year. Whenever they signed them, I didn't have that much faith in them, but I don't think Herm Edwards knows really what he's doing. So, I'm taking the Utes.
I think I'm going to have to go with you there with the Utes. Arizona State has just not been impressive at all this year. Not that the Utes have been, like, anything to brag about, but...
They're ranked number 15. I'd brag about that.
Yeah, but...
I mean, that is more to brag about than Miami's got to brag about.
You know what? I'm walking off. I got the Utes.
So you actually joined? Alright, she took the Utes. And then...
Did you just drop the mic?
I think she might have. Alright, Robbie, who you got?
I got Utah. Herm Edwards is like he has no idea what he's doing.
And special appearance by Lauren. Atwood, what you got?
I'm going Utah.
Alright. Short and sweet. I like it. And Wes.
Okay, so I'm a day late, technically, but in my heart, it's still spooky time. So I gotta pick up spooky season. Yes, it's always spooky season. So I have to pick the spookiest team, which is the ASU Sun Devils, even though they're gonna lose this game.
Well, at least you know. Like, could be worse.
Well, I mean, look, okay, it's not easy being a golf bitch, okay? So you gotta always support the spooky team, and that's Arizona State. I'm sorry. I respect that. So.
Alright,
ASU, baby. Plus ASU, they're like notorious for being a party school. I'm not sure that's the case with Utah, so. Damn, I might need to change my pick. And also, I mean, Utah's number 16. Like, they're good, but we've seen more shocking, upset. Yeah. App State, baby.
Yeah, they got whooped last week.
Yeah, they did.
Upset.
You'll see where they were inconsistent. They were talking about giving them a ranked spot, or were they ranked last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were 25.
So, quick update, by the way, UCF is winning 49-40 against Temple.
It's over. They're moving on to the ship, baby.
Champions of life.
No, they're the legit national champions. All right, on to the next one. Number 7. Actually, let me look at these other notes. Might be wrong. Yeah, number 7, Oklahoma is a 13.5 point favorite over Texas Tech. I think Tech gonna come in with guns up and beat Oklahoma.
Well, you're wrong.
Hold on. You stall for a second and talk. But if I'm not back, stall. I gotta find Savannah.
God, he sucks. I'm going number 7, Oklahoma, though. And I think they probably cover that spread. Yeah, I would say so. I'm also gonna go with baby Boomer Center, so I think it's pretty obvious there. I'm not sure why they included this one. This is pretty straightforward. Yeah. Way to go, Ryan.
And then I guess I'm gonna have to go. I mean, you think about it. Texas Tech didn't beat Oklahoma with one of the best quarterbacks in the league now, and my boy Patty. Who they got now?
Some Stroud. No disrespect. He's gonna listen to this podcast for some reason. He's like, yo,
garbage.
Oh, what did I miss?
I think we just had our first usage of the N-word on the podcast. It was by the black guy, though. But
no, we used it before.
No. Oh, have you? Okay.
Approximately
okay,
how far ago was it?
I don't know. I didn't even hear it.
I didn't either.
You just said it.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about his name.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I misheard you.
Did you hear him say Kyler?
No, I said the Texas Tech quarterback name is like Alan Bowman. That's what I said.
Wes, I need your opinion on this. Okay, what's up? If Atwood says the N-word with an A on the end. Oh, God. Because if we bleep in the podcast, it's black. Can we half bleep it, or is that...
Yeah, get like a nig.
Savannah, we need you back.
Yeah, we gotta get Savannah on the track here.
So we need to know if something is canceled.
I'll say this. I think if anybody can say it on the pod, it's that. Yeah, I think that's true. I think if Atwood says it, we should let it.
What's the context?
Atwood, what is the half word that you said? Should it be canceled?
Nig.
It's a little bit canceled for the podcast.
But we'll tolerate it from you.
Well, okay,
Fans.
See, you think about it.
It's a huge decision. Get out and vote in our poll that we'll put up. Actually, we can't put it up, so never mind.
And it's like a snack. You got nig, big, or wig.
Yeah, I say wig all the time, but I don't.
Yeah. People could just, like I'm saying wig, and I got speech impediment.
Sig.
My wig.
Sig. Pass me a Sig.
Okay.
I'm about to start smoking cigs.
So, who'd you pick in this game, Savannah? Oklahoma or Texas Tech?
What's it look like?
You haven't said.
Ryan tells Savannah if she comes back on her right now, I won't make another joke about Miami for the rest of the year.
I will.
Slap bet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make that kind of promise. Sorry.
Slap bet. Atwood.
If you say
If you say anything.
All right, Savannah picked Oklahoma. On to, I think, a fun moment of this podcast. We got the number 3, Notre Dame, at Northwestern.
Is this the number 4?
Oh, I'm wrong. Number 4,
Well,
Notre Dame.
I see Notre Dame at 3 here too. I think it's probably just a different poll.
Number 4, Notre Dame,
Football playoff.
at Northwestern.
According to ESPN, it's 4 Notre Dame, 3 LSU.
Yeah, that's the playoff rankings.
That's what
All
I
right.
thought.
Okay. Number 4, Notre Dame. 10-point favorite over Notre Dame. Or over Northwestern.
Notre Dame over Notre Dame. I like it.
Damn.
I think.
I'll go ahead and make a pick.
Okay, out of
I think
order, I feel
actually-
that.
I got a little hot take here. I think Northwestern actually might take this game.
Well, I'm gonna see your hot take. I'm gonna pull it out of the oven, put it in the freezer, and then go back and check and realize that my freezer's melted. That's how hot of a take it is. But
Is that really a hot take?
I think it might be correct because I'm going with Northwestern.
So okay, but let me say why. So, is there a single person here who thinks that Notre Dame will go undefeated?
If they win this game, they're done. They're undefeated.
No. Oh, Ryan. Well, I don't know who they play after this. They might have a pretty easy stretch.
I can
Florida
see.
State, Syracuse,
Play
USC.
Syracuse.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're going to take that D from USC.
Yeah. Oh.
That week might be canceled.
Yeah. We might need to preemptively.
The Catholics versus the...
Yeah.
the
Irish Catholic jokes and sex jokes. I think probably we need to maybe not pick that game.
But it's like my nickname.
We'll get Ryan fired up again.
Maybe next week is canceled too because Florida State that's next week. Florida State at Notre Dame. That's the no.
Oh,
That's the no means no week of
Florida
the.
State's garbage since they ain't got no Jimbo.
Jimbo. Okay, can I at least explain myself with this pick? I'm sorry, I got us off track.
Okay.
So I think that, like we kind of said, it appears that Northwestern is Notre Dame's last really serious competitor because they're 5-3, and I think they're number 1 in their division. If I'm not mistaken, you would be correct. Okay. So I mean, they're a pretty decent team, and I mean Fitzgerald's a good coach. You know what I mean? So I think that there is a chance, and Notre Dame. I just kind of get the inclination that they will screw it up because, if they manage to go undefeated, they're in the playoffs just because they're Notre Dame, But I think if there's one game, I'm gonna put all the goodwill I can into Northwestern in the hopes that they beat Notre Dame.
Well, I also am going to take Northwestern because I think that Northwestern is a very quality team, and I think Notre Dame is slightly overrated.
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
also
Chief.
big mad that Notre Dame is ranked number 4, but last year's national champions are sitting undefeated, and they're actually in a conference, and Notre Dame doesn't even have a conference. So, I mean, come on now. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go off keen on this, but
Yeah, go off, King.
I'll save it for another time. My Golden Knights will beat the Golden Shamrocks if they play at all this year. Let's just say that.
Is Shamrock a slur for Irish people?
No, that's just what their logo is.
Maybe it should be. I don't know. I mean,
Is it racist? That's what we need to know.
I
yeah.
learned this week that Peckerwood is a racial slur against rural white people. So
I don't think that's the case.
So
mate.
I might have to bleep that word.
Poor
That ain't it.
rural white people is a Peckerwood.
I truly am not offended in the least
No, I'm
Calling
salty.
me a Peckerwood.
Ryan, you're such a damn peckerwood.
I went and reported the Urban Dictionary definition because I was so offended.
Right. I've heard people say that before, but I've never heard a person of color say that. Only other white people. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, rich white people trying to abandon the rural. Oh my gosh.
So it's more like classist than it is racist. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also kind of racist.
It's racist. But I feel like
The elite is a race.
What?
Screw the 1%.
The 1% is a race.
Shut right. You're a Peckerwood just for that.
All right, what's the... Yo, Regis Philbin is a famous Notre Dame
I
fan.
didn't pick that.
Yeah.
All right, Sven, who you picking, Notre Dame or Northwestern?
Well, I think it's necessary to say that I hate Notre Dame. Like, Notre Dame. So, I think this is the week that they go down. I also think that they lose to Syracuse in a couple weeks. Take a 2-L season.
Ooh. That's a hot take, I think.
So, that's just my predictions.
Robbie, what you
That's a little bit of a
got?
hot take.
Yeah, good talk. Good talk.
Thank you for your input, Robbie.
Can't hear over all of y'all talking at the same time.
Oh, I'm
my,
sorry.
my man said, what?
Go off, Keith.
Robbie's literally that meme of the old woman that's like, what?
Well, I'm trying to think. Y'all won't shut the up.
Jesus Christ.
Go off, King.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Robbie, who you got? All right, everybody, shut the up. Robbie, make your pick.
Nope. I like it's like dead silence for a good 10 seconds, and Robbie's like, shut the up. God, I swear.
All right, Robbie.
Okay, he's canceled. He's canceled for this.
All right, Atwood.
Alright, okay, I gotta regroup. Alright. I said, I think it was 3 weeks ago, or was it 2 weeks ago? No, it was 3 when I played Virginia Tech. That I said if Virginia Tech beats, or if Notre Dame beats Virginia Tech, I do believe they'll go undefeated. So I believe Brian Kelly and the Catholic Boy Touchers
Oh, no.
are going to make the playoffs.
Ooh. Okay.
Robbie, are you still not pitching?
Nope. Damn it. Damn it.
Hey, we skipped again.
What?
Who was good?
Penn State, Michigan.
Yeah, we did skip it. I added that in because Ryan left it off for some reason. It's 2 ranked teams playing each other, Ryan.
Okay, I skipped it. My bad. All right, we got number 14, Penn
Ryan
State.
missed that one, but he put in Oklahoma against Texas Tech.
I know. That's what I was confused.
one that literally none of us cared at all about.
Okay. All right, we got number 14, Penn State, Nittany Lions. I don't know what that is. At number 5,
The Cougar.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there ain't a such thing as a Nittany Lion.
Oh, boy, hold up.
All right, at the number 5, Wolverines, who's a 10.5 point favorite. Jim Harbaugh might be one weird son of a... But he's a winner. He's going to win this game. They're going to the playoffs. So who you got?
I think I'm going to have to go Penn State on this one. I think they're going to come in hot with the upset.
Oh. ESPN just notified me that was
That was a sign that I was
canceled.
correct.
All right.
I didn't even realize Michigan was that good this year. I thought they were kind of off to a rough start.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit overrated. So.
All right. So Savannah, you are taking
The Nittany Lions.
All right.
Okay.
Robbie, who you picking?
No, I got Michigan.
Okay.
Okay.
Atwood.
I'm not a Harbaugh fan. I'm gonna go Nittany.
Hell yeah.
Canceled.
No.
All right, here's another rubber pick. Who you got?
Honestly, I'm still kind of confused as to I thought Michigan had already lost a couple games, so I'm a little confused here. I'm really. They lost their first game. Okay. So basically the national media canceled them after they lost their first game. Yeah.
But they lost to Notre Dame, and week one, a loss at week one is better than anywhere else. So.
Yeah.
And if you ever watched that game, I think Michigan was a better team.
Yeah.
Notre Dame played like trash and somehow got the win.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think Michigan's kind of due one, so I'm going to go with Penn State and my new favorite mascot, the Nittany Lion.
I looked into it, and a Nittany Lion isn't a thing. It's
No,
the
it's not.
name. It's the name of an eastern cougar.
Oh,
I like that was a cougar.
Man, this thing, yeah.
Look at Atwood Wildlife Specialist.
Yeah, that's a black power. Africa. We gotta run from all we can.
Oh no.
okay. We went from honoring you, Atwood, to canceling you.
Hey, Atwood, I'm sorry, mate. You're now #problematic. I don't make the rules.
We just enforced them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Penn State here.
All right. So, I'm sorry to anyone that's listened this far. I know that you might be fans of some of these teams,
I don't care.
but it just
Not at all.
matters more in the
Just-
SEC. It just means more,
Just means more.
and that's why we're at your new weeklies as of 3 weeks ago segment. It just means more. Games of the week. Number 13, Florida. 6-point favorite at Missouri.
Nope. Number 11, Florida.
Oh my gosh, I'm
6-point
canceled.
favorite at Missouri.
Wow.
Well, actually, if you're going AP top 5, it's 13 Florida.
Oh,
I'm
it's the
going-
AP top
Actually,
25. Jackies.
Damn, okay. Well, let's just pick the damn game.
All right, well, let's just say I don't think anyone's going to be gator chomping too much. Missouri is going to win.
I hope. That would be nice.
Drew Lock is going to lock down a win.
Okay, just like you did last week.
Shut the heck up.
So,
All right, I'm going to do some expert political commentary here. Are you ready for this?
oh no.
All right. Okay. Florida is Donald Trump. Okay.
Okay.
They are, regardless of what you think about them, you got to admit they're obnoxious. All right. They're loud.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
They're divisive.
But they
Okay.
get shit done.
Their skin is just kind of this odd color that you don't really understand, like a gator and Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, they do have
Missouri-
orange in their color.
Missouri, yeah, that's also true. Though one of their colors is orange. Missouri is like Jeb Bush. Okay. I mean, sure, they're a competitor. They're in the same conference as Tennessee, so I don't particularly like them. Jeb Bush is a Republican, so I don't really like him particularly. But like Missouri and Jeb Bush, they're cute.
Isn't
No,
Jeb
I
from
mean-
Florida?
Yeah, he's their governor.
Listen, that's not the point. That's not the point,
But
right?
that's not the point. They're cute. They're kind of, they're cuddly in a way. They're non-threatening, really.
Did you say he's gonna cuddle with Jeb Bush?
He's a sweet guy. Come on, man.
Just make the damn pick. This is going too far.
All right. Regardless, though, much like in the 2016 primary, we all thought it was going to be Jeb. In the end, it was Trump. And in the end, Florida's going to take it.
Okay.
Sad face.
So, open that over there.
Yeah, so now who you got?
So, before I continue, do you guys want the college, like the playoff poll, or do you want the AP poll ranking?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I've got them written down as the playoff poll, but y'all are correcting me when I do that, so.
Playoffs.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Florida does it this week, too. I think it's going to help that Missouri's got home field advantage.
Okay.
Plus, I just don't like Florida. I'm letting my biases go full swing this week.
Let the hate flow within you.
Oh shit, it's at Florida, isn't it?
No, it's at Missouri.
Are you sure?
I thought so.
You haven't
No,
wrote it down.
it's in Gainesville.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let me think about this for a second then. I'm going to change my pick to Florida because Missouri has lost 4 of their last 5 games. Their losses were to Kentucky, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. So some of those were like quality losses, but South Carolina, really.
Dude, sometimes the clock has to swing.
Florida, on the other hand, beat LSU a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty solid to me. I'm going to go Florida, especially since they're playing in the swamp.
Yeah.
All right, Robbie.
I think that Drew Lock and the Doolander get it done this week in the swamp.
Get the out.
I don't even care if he's not the head coach.
No, I'm just mad that you said that. The Doolander.
The Doolander. My God.
Oh,
My God. The Doo was the upset. An absolute madness.
No one calls him that.
Damn. I was going to start. That's really good, actually.
Atwood, this time you're the rubber pick. Who you got?
I don't know. If Missouri actually wouldn't have lost atrociously last week, which again, they had to lose that game. But after that, I don't think Missouri's the same. I'm going to go for
Oh. Okay, good pick.
You picked Florida?
Who did you
Yeah.
pick?
You picked Florida?
Yeah, Florida.
Okay, it kind of cut out on my end. But, okay, so... Dang, we've had a lot of people like picking different things. I wish that we knew who Robbie picked in Northwestern Notre Dame. That doesn't mean anything now, though.
Fuck Notre Dame. That's my pick.
Okay.
No,
Dude.
Notre Dame.
Listen, we can't go back to Notre Dame now. We're in our It Just Means More segment, so we can't go to these lesser teams again.
Yeah.
So we got...
Anyways, up next, we have number 20, Texas A&M, playing at Auburn. Both teams are 5-3.
Okay, it's like I was trying to say it.
I'll cut you off, bitch.
I think that the Aggies are going to be a little bit shocked whenever they see an eagle fly down
War damn Eagle.
pregame. It's going to throw them off their game. I think Auburn wins in a tight one.
So you're saying that they're going to win
Because of the eagle.
because they're going to be terrified by the thing that happens every single Auburn home game.
Yeah, but Jimbo Fisher probably hasn't seen it that often.
Okay.
It's his first year.
He's just gonna be like wowed by the majesty of the eagle.
The Eagle, alright, hot take. The Eagle's going to come down, bash his talons into Jimbo Fisher's eyes, steal the playbook,
Jesus Christ.
and then fly it over. And
All right, here's the.
they're gonna win.
All
Alright,
Here's the real fun part. Why are they called war eagles when the mascot's the tiger? All right, do you want to hear the story? Is it a long story? Not really. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so so their mascot has always been the Tigers, right?
basic.
Always. Okay. But what happened was, after the Civil War, some dumbass hick brought his pet eagle to a game.
After the
Sorry.
Civil War?
Yeah.
Bro, they weren't playing football back in 1865?
Well, I'm sorry. Okay, it was like a Civil War veteran. So it was probably like in the early 1900s or late 1800s. Anyway, thanks for interrupting my story. So anyway, this old crotchety ass man brings his pet eagle to a game, and the eagle like gets loose and starts flying around the stadium. And according to legend, like the coach or somebody looked up and they just go, "War Eagle," like as an observation, and the name stuck. And so that's their like saying now.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
It is stupid. It doesn't. I don't even like. Whatever. It just means more.
Yep. So who you picking after that inspiring story?
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. I didn't really listen that much.
Dang.
I didn't either.
Anyways, I'm gonna have to go Texas A&M because one of Texas A&M's losses and one of Auburn's losses have been to Mississippi State. So, they both lost to the same team. But another one of A&M's losses was to Alabama. That's just a loss you expect. But one of Auburn's was to Tennessee. A loss you don't expect. I think Auburn's probably still a little bit rattled, and their self-confidence is still kind of down from all that.
But the Eagle.
I'm still going to Aggies.
Oh my god. Okay. Canceled. Robbie, who you got?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Alright. Atwood, moving to you.
All right. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. One word. Jimbo.
Oh my god. Okay. I guess we'll go on to West.
You know what? I'm gonna say War Damn Eagle.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's my pick. That's my pick.
And Robbie. Are you ready now, Chief?
War Damn Eagle.
Am I the only person that picked A&M?
No, that would also pick Jimbo.
You know
I
what?
couldn't hear what he said, so I'm just went with it.
Everybody else is saying it. I got to say it too. War Damn Jimbo.
Hell yeah.
Technically, Atwood has picked neither team. He said Jimbo was gonna win. And you know what? He was right. Jimbo Fisher stays winning
Alright.
because he's a millionaire.
Anyways, you may have thought that the USC game was nice, but this next game is even nicer.
Okay.
We have number 6 Georgia at number 9 Kentucky, and you know what
Nice.
happens? You know what happens when 6 and 9 get together?
Nice.
What, they get probation? Anyways.
No.
Okay. They
Anyways.
released the song Gummo. That's what happened.
I think, and this is going to be kind of an analogy here. I think this game is going to be a boat race. And there's only one team who's from a state that is not landlocked. And that's the University of Georgia. Georgia wins big because they've had practice racing boats. That's all I got.
I got Georgia winning. I got
that's
Georgia
funny.
winning big too.
Isn't Athens like in the middle of Georgia, around no water?
But they're closer.
Anyways, I'm also saying Georgia wins big. Their only L in the past, their only L was to LSU. Kentucky's L was to Texas A&M. That's
Embarrassing.
embarrassing.
You just picked him to beat Auburn.
Yeah, they beat Kentucky.
Oh my! Shut
Anyways, Georgia's winning big. This isn't going to be a close game.
Robbie, who you got?
I want to pick Kentucky really bad, but
You're smarter
I
than
think
that.
I think their defense will keep them in it for most of the game. But at the end of the day, Terry Wilson can't throw the ball, and Georgia will just they could literally put 11 in the box and probably still beat them. I got Georgia winning. But probably 3 touchdowns.
Okay, go off, King. All right.
Now, let's hear from the Texas fan.
What?
I mean, the
What?
Kentucky fan.
What did she just say?
I said
She said Texas.
Folks,
folks.
I just got off the phone with Chief, and this is not it.
Hey, why don't...
Let me just give you
why don't-
all a little background here. I've been getting up at like 5:30 every morning and driving to Murfreesboro to teach and staying up till like at least midnight or 1 every night. So I'm
She
sleep
walks
deprived.
uphill to get to school. It's uphill both ways. It's always snowing, whether it's summer or whatever.
What?
What?
Oh my God! Just go ahead.
All right, Atwood, Texas fan, famed Texas fan.
Alright. Now, statistically looking at it, Kentucky does have one of the best defenses in the SEC. They have not allowed a team to score over 50% of their average points on. But they're going up against Georgia, who's not your average Joe. But then again, I don't think Jesus is going to be weak at this time, Georgia.
Damn.
I'm going to have to go Kentucky. And if we do, it's going to be like a win like we did in Missouri. Pull it out the ass.
Probably the saddest pick of Atwood's career.
I watched the end of that game, and I did not see them pull anything out of an ass. I don't know what you were watching, but I don't think it was a football game.
I think you
Well,
were
when
on the
you're
wrong
down
website.
14-3 at halftime against one of the highest powered offenses in the SEC, you're not supposed to win.
All right, Wes. What story of the good old days are you going to tell us to determine this game?
Well, as Ryan and Savannah can attest, I have been to Kentucky. I've driven there late at night with my friends, a.k.a. Ryan and Savannah.
Hell yeah.
And it's a nice state. Parts of it are really good. You know, you take the goods with the bads. But I'm going to stop you right there real quick, Wes. The state of Kentucky blows. Okay, but the city
We were
is
literally
nice.
in there for 5 minutes.
Well, okay, and what we saw was really nice, was it not? I mean, come on.
We had a nice gas station worker like close his shop down to come out and take a picture of us with a Kentucky sign.
Yeah, exactly.
And we saw the bluest of lives there. Okay, we had to ask them where the sign was.
Yeah, that's right. But despite all that, I don't think they quite have enough to pull one out against the puppy dogs. So sadly, I have to go with Georgia. So,
And I got to throw this in here too. Another reason I had to go against Georgia, because I mean, Peyton had to.
Yeah, true. I mean, I want Kentucky to win. I just don't think that. Yeah.
All right. And I don't think there's any doubting that this is the best game of the week right here. Number 3, Alabama. At number 1, LSU. I'm just kidding.
Hold on, Steve.
I'm just kidding. I didn't want to say.
Number 1,
But-
Alabama is playing at number 3, LSU. Is it at LSU, right?
Yeah, it's at Death Valley.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The reason I said it in that order is because that's going to be next week's rankings when LSU wins in a tight one.
Okay.
Go off, King.
Yeah,
Okay.
go on. Slap that. Oh.
I've been to the future, and I did not accept that slap bet in any of the 14,000 times that I've imagined this situation. But I see LSU winning this one because Death Valley at night is scary to even Nick Saban, who used to coach at LSU. Eddie O is gonna win the game. He's gonna get him some of that nice Louisiana chicken at Popeyes.
He's going to eat a big bowl of gumbo.
They're winning.
And they're going to interview him after the game. And you're not going to understand it.
He goes like, yeah, we're back on boy.
Hey, no Tigers.
I don't even know how to spell Joe.
No.
I hate how they say
Alright.
Joe Tigers, Geaux. Like,
Alright,
spell it the
okay.
right way.
Look,
Damn.
all right. You can make fun of them all you want, okay? But you got to admit it was inspiring when Coach Orgeron, just kind of stoically turned to the camera and he said his famous phrase, man. Now I know talking about that whole got him out of the LSU Alabama game, man. Go Tigers. Whom amongst us was not inspired? Whom amongst us? I was ready to run through a brick wall after that.
Legendary.
Absolutely. No, but Alabama's going to win, though. I mean, let's keep it real. Let's keep it a bug.
So, my mind is kind of telling me that Alabama's probably going to win this. But LSU's playing in Death Valley. They know they got to win this game to, secure a spot in the playoffs. They win this, them and Alabama both will be playing in the playoffs anyways.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, anyways, I think that LSU takes this win. They win out. They have pretty easy games after this. And you'll see them in the playoffs.
Ooh. So you're saying that your mind is telling you no,
But my body,
but
my
your body,
is telling
your
me.
body.
It's telling me.
Oh yeah.
All right, Robbie, who you got?
I got Alabama. Yeah. Listen, LSU's defense is really good, but so is Alabama's. Yes. But LSU's offense is not very good. But Alabama's offense is very good. But I got Bama. But by 24. But
Ooh, so you're covering the line.
Atwood, who you got?
I'm kind of going to have to roll with Savannah here. Not only are they playing in Death Valley, but they're playing at the hardest time to play at Death Valley at night.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling with LSU.
That's what I'm talking about, Atwood.
What's you already pick?
Yeah, he said
yeah, I still
Alabama.
think Alabama would win. Although I will say, I don't think it's crazy to pick LSU because, Alabama's. I think what gives them the edge is that not only do they have a really good team all around and a defense that is as usual really really top of the nation, but that their offense is particularly good. But if there's a defense that's going to hold this offense, I think LSU is a pretty good candidate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's unreasonable to pick LSU. I just don't think that you know, this has been the story of LSU before. I just don't think that their offense really has enough to overcome that Alabama defense, nor does, like, frankly, anyone in college football.
I feel like this was such a hard game to pick because Alabama's a team this year that's just like, no one's going to beat them.
Yeah.
And you kind of think, well, LSU, if someone's going to do it, it could be LSU. So.
I thought it's like, it was kind of a hot take, honestly. But there was like this video that was talking about how Alabama is basically like making college football not fun anymore.
I could agree with that.
Because it's kind of like, well, you know, we know Alabama's going to be in, and then who's the other three teams?
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know.
See, another reason I want to see Alabama lose is just because I work with an Alabama fan. And his comment today was he thinks nobody in the country has a chance of beating Alabama.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Which I think LSU does. Clemson could. Ohio State on a good night. I mean, if you think about it, really anybody can go down and get a night.
Well, that's the thing is, I think that it's really dumb. I mean, yes, this Alabama team is like historically good, but like, yeah, I'm with you. Like, it's really dumb to say that any team, nobody could fuck with them, man. They're just unbeatable. Like, no, that's that's college football.
Yeah.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if Bama plays anybody in the country, if they played them 10 times, they'd probably beat them 9 times by 3 touchdowns.
Except for Deadbook.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know if y'all saw this quote from Nick Saban on the coin toss versus LSU. But he said, and I quote, "I hope we elect to kick ass." Okay.
That's hard.
He's a savage.
Damn.
No remorse.
So, I've got one more game for us to pick, and I know it's not on the list,
Canceled.
but this is the most important game. MTSU is hosting Western Kentucky, the 100 Miles of Hate rivalry.
Even though it's only 99 miles.
This Friday night, Coach Stock tweeted out. This is in all caps, so let me just read this. MT students, MT Greeks, we need you Friday night in the stadium to cheer on and support your Raiders as we take on WKU. Need a loud, wild, and amped up crowd. Bring the juice. Hashtag eat with 2 T's. And that's in all caps.
Did he really say bring the juice?
Bring the juice. Hashtag eat.
Man, so inspirational for Coach Stockstill to just tweet like, WKU, I'm living rent free in your head, honey. I'm glad that only Savannah found that funny. But anyway.
I got you, Wes.
Okay.
Kevin Byard said he will also be in attendance, and he also said, bring the juice. So
MSU is gonna win. Western Kentucky's 1-7.
Okay, well, you still got to bring the juice every game, brother.
listen, man.
Bringing the juice never stops.
I really just wanted to quote Coach Stockstill.
You know what? It seems like everybody's picking MTSU, so I gotta roll with my boy Rusty Stats.
Oh no.
WKU.
Canceled.
Canceled.
I'm going to leave everyone with one thought. Can you imagine if LSU and Washington State make the playoffs and have to face each other? We will have the beauty of a conference with Mike Leach and Ed Orgeron.
Yes.
That would be a legendary interview.
Would it though? Because I feel like Orgeron would just kind of stumble through it. Just kind of mumbling.
Like when they have like the bowl press conference, they have both the coaches there. Orgeron will like answer the question, and you won't understand half of what he says, and Leach will just be like, "What the did he say?" Like he's like, "Can somebody translate that?"
He'd be like, well, back in my second life, I was a Mississippi boy, but I don't understand what he just said.
Mike Leach is like, he's just like, look, okay, I used to be a mercenary, okay, and I had a mission in Louisiana. I lived amongst the gumbo, okay? I lived in a swamp, and I still don't understand him. What's wrong with him, folks? We don't know.
All right, speaking of Mike Leach, he had a very nice quote about Halloween. He said, I didn't know you needed a costume to be a stripper. This dude's out of his mind.
That's kind of canceled. Is he flush shaving?
No, I think he's just saying, like, he'll pay you don't even have to go the extra mile. He don't care about spooky season at the club.
That's kind of canceled, man. I can't with that. What do y'all think Nick Saban's take on Halloween is? You think he's just like, this is not necessary. All this bullshit is not necessary.
No,
we could be working right now.
He literally don't give a shit.
Halloween?
Do what?
I think his birthday's on Halloween, so I think he likes it so he can turn up.
No, Nick Saban seems like the type of guy to me that, like, somebody comes up to him and they're like, hey, man, happy birthday. He's just like, it's just another day,
I feel like he does not give a shit.
I hate those people. They're like, okay, well, all right, you then, I guess.
His birthday is Halloween.
Dude, Nick Saban does not give a shit about any holidays. All he cares about is football. Let's be real.
He just wants wins, baby.
That's all he cares
If you think about it, if you look at him on the sideline, though, it looks like he don't even care about football. He's just like, here, Mo Street, be home.
I want to know what Nick Saban's idea of, like, the perfect existence is. You know what I mean? Because it's like Atwood said, like, he doesn't look happy on the sideline. He doesn't look happy in interviews. But, like, I can't imagine him having fun anywhere other than as a football coach. He's just a sour, short, old white guy. You know? I don't know, man.
I'm looking up pictures of him happy, and he seems out of his element.
It's kind of like Trump laughing. Like, have y'all ever heard Trump laugh about anything? Like, seriously, genuinely laugh? I haven't.
No,
I've
seen him hiss, though. That's the more important thing.
He said, my man said,
I can't even do the noise.
it kind of hurts a little bit.
Well, you know what else hurts?
Losing, which is why Nick Saban doesn't do it. I'm sorry.
It hurts leaving our fans behind, but
Can't do it.
maybe we've reached this point that we should end it for this week. So does anyone else have anything to say?
I got one thing to say.
So that probably sounded terrible.
That was Trump's hiss, in case you were wondering.
Okay, this is ended.
Sounds great because it's my president.
Yeah, we will not disrespect him in this household. All right, are we all good?
Yeah, man.
Yup.
PodBois.